Good evening, everybody. Frankie Day once more for Frankie Day Models. Okay, guys, this is the third video for today. I previously posted 2 builds of the past. Now, this is a new kit entry I'm doing right now for myself. And I'll be jumping into other things too and making more videos of that too, fellas. And right now, got the summer's coming out and I'm in the mood to fly my model airplanes again. So this one comes to view here. This here is a very, very old ancient kit. I'll say this kit's probably 73 or between 73 and 74 years old. And it's an old kit. I got this from my father. I inherited much of these kits from my daddy. This is a Cleveland kit from Cleveland, Ohio. I'm quite familiar with Cleveland kits because I started building a lot when I was a little boy. That's all there was. Balsa kits. There's a few other ones that were out there, but nothing superior opposed to Cleveland model kits. Their plans are exceptional. There's a lot to discern on the plans and all the details and everything that's done on them. It's a beautiful. Mr. Packard was the owner and founder of the company, and he produced a lot of kits throughout the years. He was established from 1905, so he was building airplanes since Wright brothers were flying, and so he's been in business for a long time, and a lot of aviation. He was the pilot's best friend. A lot of pilots back in World War II grew up on Cleveland models. It inspired them to join the military, such as the Army Air Corps, United States Navy, the Canadian Air Force, Royal Air Force, and a lot of pilots. They were excellent. Jimmy Doolittle was one of them. And here's a man that he built those too, and it inspired him to go onward in his career. And not only was a racing pilot, but he was he had stocks in Shell Oil. He done a lot of things for aviation medicine. He was a pilot's pilot. But these Cleveland kits actually inspired all these famous people. And right here is the BEECHCRAFT Bonanza. Right here, we'll take a look at. We'll zoom in a little bit here. This is a post-World War II kit. I looked at, pull out the plans. I'm looking at it today, and the kit came out in 1946. So it's a long time. These kits are worth their weight in gold. Now, I've been on eBay a couple times, and I think I've seen a couple in there. I don't know what kits they were, but they were very pricey. And my father, before he passed, he gave me a lot of Boucher and Lewis Plaything kits, which is the precursor to the Blue Jacket Shipcrafters, and a lot of these Cleveland kits. And my father told me, he said, "Frank, whatever you don't get rid of these. These things are worth their weight in gold." And he says, "But a lot of collectors know you got these in your house. They may knock on your door and give you good cash for them." So, in honor to my father, and I haven't built a Cleveland kit in years. Their kits are pretty much for today, and like in Guillows and Sterling, and that's about all there is in the rubber powered balsa wood airplane range. They used to have a lot of them out there, but a lot of those manufacturers went down. Like Comet was one of them. They're an old manufacturer. They've been long. I remember buying a lot of their kits. Their kits are worth their weight in gold too, especially you get the Coke bottle and the fruit. On the box side has a little boy standing up, building an airplane with an apple and a Coca-Cola. Those kits right there are worth their weight in gold. They're early 60 kits, late 50s. But this here is late 40s, and it's a post-World War II kit. Price of this thing cost 35 cents. So imagine 1946 was 47, 35 cents. That was a lot of money, because I remember having a quarter back then, and 25 cents got me a candy bar, Coke, popcorn, went to watch the movies, and a toy from a gumball machine. Went a long ways back in those days. I do remember that. But their kits are different ranges, like skill levels. This is supposed to be the International Training Series. What it is, it introduces a young modeler who wants to build a rubber-powered airplane and he can build it all himself, who can follow plans and blueprints, who can build this and actually go outside and fly it. And a lot of them are the I think representative series and the master series. These are more or less built for display, with all the detail that Mr. Packard put in those plans. These things are pretty well detailed in these plans too, as we're going to see here. First of all, we're going to open up the box a little bit here. Put the box to the side. And we'll look at the kit first here. We'll get the plans. They give you a wooden prop blank, balsa wood. I don't know if I'm going to use that on that, but I guess you could use it. It's pretty. Yeah, I could use that. What I got to do is I got to put some, I got to soak it in some kind of mineral spirits to tighten up the wood grains. Right here is the die cut sheets they give you. This wood right here is almost as old as me. This model is almost as old as me. I wish I was younger, the same age as everyone came out, but these are all the parts right here. The wings, the wing ribs, more of the formers for the fuselage. This is the nose block right here that you get to carve out. They've already pre-drilled a nose button on here, it looks like. Here's the nose button they give you in the kit. I guess it fits about like so. And here's the wood wheels they give you. These things are hard. Awful heavy too. I don't know. This thing's very light construction. It might be all right. If it's too heavy, it won't fly too good. And here's all the catalog right there. Get a celluloid for the windows, doweling for the landing undercarriage, all the strip wood for the fuselage when you build it. The stick is primary stick and tissue kit, one of the early kits they build up, but it builds up very handsomely. Matter of fact, the wingspan of this thing is 30 inches. And that block right there is probably goes in the tail, that's right. Yep, fits in the tail back there. So the kits are not too difficult to build if you're going to have to follow blueprints. They're very ancient in design and how it's done. But right here are the plans. That's the plane itself. This is one of Buddy Holly. He got polished off in the Big Bopper. So it's something like this in the wrong time of the year, around January, especially in the Midwest where he took off from. Very bad, harsh weather. Right here is the wing plan right here. So it's about 30 inches. It's pretty good size. We'll back up with the camera a little bit so you can see it, little guys. Kit's quite simple to build. Very strong construction on this thing. Fuselage is very long. And it tells you right here the form of construction method by using half shells for the fuselage. When you're building something like this, you got to have half shells. That way you have a good straight fuselage. Once you get one side half the shell done, then you can move from the plan and add a jig to it and turn it upside down and put the other formers on another one and build that fuselage on top of this like you did exactly how this was done. And yep, Cleveland, Ohio, copyright 1946. So this gets pretty ancient. And there's a lot of good detail on here on these old plans, guys. They're ancient as hell, you know, but this is early American stuff. This is stuff that the pilots built and they flew today. And so This is pretty good. This is gonna be a nice looking plane when I get done with it. I think I paint this thing all red. Airbrush it, nice good red with a white trim. Look real nice. I'm gonna get started on this thing this evening. Okay, guys, this is the Cleveland Model Supply BEECHCRAFT BANANZA. The famous butterfly tail detail. Okay, we'll bring it back yours truly to me. Okay, I'll probably be posting a video of this in a couple of days. What I'm going to do tonight, I'm going to go ahead and take these printed sections that has all the formers on here. This is good wood. This wood is good wood. This balsa is fresh as the day it was put in the kit. I kept this kit locked up in a box. And as long as you lock these things up in a wooden box, fellas, they're time capsules. They keep everything as pristine as the day they were in the box. So I'm going to be cutting all these formers out, prepare all these fuselage formers. I get them all done. Then I'm going to gently put them on the side. Then I'll go ahead and spell out the plans and go ahead and start building the keels, lacerades, and start put the formers on there and add the stringers and make a jig and flip it over and do the other side like you did on the other side. So this is going to be a fun build. It's going to be very simple. It's not going to be fast, but it's going to be a little time consuming, and I'm going to fly this thing. Okay, well, Frankie Day was busy today. I got 3 vids out for you fine guys to look at and to enjoy, and I enjoy them with you, and I enjoy doing this. I really love my models, and I'm glad I had this kid. I can thank my father for this. Great guy he was. And I sure miss him still. And, oh, I got to get back to the comments on the Lockheed Hudson, Ventura, and also my G-22 Golf Hawk. Thank you guys out there. Thank you very much for your wonderful comments. I'll get back with you after to get this thing all loaded up. And I'm going to start preparing my work area. Start getting hot, cutting out formers and preparing same, and get ready for the construction for the 1946 Cleveland Model Supply BEECHCRAFT BANANZA. Okay, this is Frankie Day signing off. Next video is going to be either it be another build of the past, or it's going to be an update video on this here. Then I'll go so far on this and put her away very quietly so she won't get disturbed, out of harm's way, and I'll jump on the Saratoga. I got plenty of times on the USS Lexington group build, and I got the Lexington over there, so I got plenty of time. So I got the first entry done, the F3F, and I started on the hull and everything on the USS Lexington. So I'll probably be posting some videos on that pretty soon. But right now I'm going to get hot on this BEECHCRAFT BANANZA, and I'll probably bring something else on another build of the past I'll be posting. Okay, guys, that's it for me. That's it for the BANANZA. And I'd like to thank everybody again for your wonderful comments. And always make Mama happy. Take care of your family, your babies, your children, yourself. Spend wisely. Stay focused on the road. And buy yourself a model and build some models. And enjoy life. That's what it's all about, guys. All this stuff right here is made for the living. And we're alive. I am too. And got more coming your way. Frankie Day signing off for Frankie Day Models. We'll catch you fine gentlemen later on for the next vid. Stay posted. Bye, boys. God love you guys.